action.
Hi, my name is Daphne Eugene, and I am originally from Miami, Florida. I'm supposed to say something else. Hi, my name is Daphne Eugene, and I am from Miami, Florida, and I'm currently a professional sous chef at a hotel here in Vienna. I am of Haitian heritage, and so both my parents came from Haiti. They taught me to keep my head up, hold my standards. My yes is my yes. And so I try to make sure that that flows in every aspect of my life. Obviously, my mother cooked for the church. She cooked for all the family functions. I'd be in the kitchen as a young girl, with the pestle and mortar, making sure the garlic is minced nice and fine. And, so we just be in the kitchen. But of course, as a Haitian, you don't grow up thinking that can be a career. And so, of course, I chased all the corporate stuff, the lawyer, the doctor, and all these other things based on what my mom thought was success. And it was a point in New York. I was an office manager for a construction firm, and I would be hosting all these parties. I would be searching for different caterings. I go to restaurants, and I was like, "This is what I love to do. I love food in every aspect of the word." And so I decided one day, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to culinary school. And I applied and I got in California at Le Cordon Bleu. And I drove across the country and I went to school for about 18 months. I graduated, and that was the beginning of 10 years later, almost, of cooking and loving what I do and learning about all these cultures and the food. And it's just really been amazing being from the Haitian culture, learning how we did food, and then going to school and learning the classic, being classically trained the French way, and then coming over here, getting some experience from the German and the Austrians, and working with Italian chefs and Greek chefs, and chefs from literally all over the world. And we come together in the kitchen and we take what we know and we put it together. And essentially, all of us are using the exact same things. Maybe methods are different. Maybe types of seasonings we're using are different. Maybe how we finish it is different. But at the end of the day, and I mean, the crazy part is same seasonings, same spices, different flavors. And that's the world. That's who we are. But when we come together, it's just magnificent. The flavor, profiles and everything. And some people, I learned why they cook the way they cook is because of how they grew up or the culture or the time that they were in. Because obviously, colder places didn't have such hot spices, and vice versa. And so, the specific thing I truly, truly love is being able to learn about the different aspects of the different cultures and how it's essentially are one, but being able to appreciate, another culture, but also teach my culture into it. Continue to evolve. You don't ever want to stay stagnant. You don't ever want to remain in one place. And what I've learned is when I first started, I started this one particular place, it was comfortable. And then what's funny to me is that every time I need to peak, a conflict happens, and that propels me to the next stage. And so I've gotten comfortable with evolving and, being able to learn new methods. Things are always changing, and I obviously enjoy family style, catering and stuff like that. But sometimes just the smallest things with big flavors is what matters. We start with a simple ingredient and it becomes this grander thing. And I think that's one thing, I just continue evolving, keep growing, keep seeking out, opportunities and just trying to make yourself a better person. And so that way, I can work in the gutter, I can work at a 5-star hotel, I can work at 3 Michelin star. I'm that flexible where because I've evolved and I've worked with these professionals that it's okay, cool. What you need me to do? Peel potatoes? I got you 5 hours peeling potatoes. But then in the next hour, we just spend 5 hours peeling potatoes to sit in a 2-hour service, or a 1-hour service. And I mean, you're feeding anywhere from 10 people, 30 people to 500 people to 1,000. And so when you continue to evolve, you get to get these, you get to learn and see, and be flexible anywhere, any situation. So keep evolving.